Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome back to another iRacing video where alongside an action-packed race, I'll be explaining my plans for what I'm going to be racing going forward. This video is brought to you by Bruffy.com/support. Head to that link for all sorts of information on how you can support my channel, from links for direct support to referral codes, and even an article on things you can do to help your favourite creators. So I qualified down in 20th after a pretty bad lap with quite a few mistakes in a very varied field with quite a big field spread of iRatings in this one. All after my classic 15 minutes of practice in a new car on a track I haven't raced on in a long time, and I only did a couple of races in touring cars a few years ago, so there was plenty of pace to be found over the race, and it was an action-packed first few laps to say the least. There's a Bilstein livery. Oh, what a time to go green. That was a little awkward.
Right side.
Wow. I can't believe he didn't hit me.
Clear.
I can't believe he hasn't hit me again. What is that guy doing? Oh, there he goes. So, one Bilstein livery has almost hit me twice, and the other one's gone flying off the track. So yeah, like I said, an action-packed first few laps. I've gone from 20th to 10th in 2 laps. And there was actually this was quite a, like I said, a wide variety of iRatings in this race, such that I think I was ranked 8th highest of everybody in here. But there was another split even after this that I was surprised existed. I assumed that it was just one split of like 28 drivers or whatever it is, but no, there was actually a separate split of people even further behind in terms of iRating. So yeah, very interesting to be racing this, and this is the series that I want to focus on most going forward, and certainly this car as well, as I get another position there just from a mistake happening in front, taking advantage really in this one, just, you know, keeping it on the black stuff. But you might have seen that I've selected GT4s as my next car to focus on. I'm racing the Mercedes GT4 with this one. I did try a few GT4s back in the day and I wasn't really enjoying any of them, and then I just happened to try the Mercedes on a test session at one point, and I really liked it. So I have done a couple of races in GT4s, the sort of the 8-hour charity race we did, for example. If you didn't see that, there's a full video of the entire event. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, I think I've gotten used to this car a little bit, and now I want to sort of put my full focus into a full season on this.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Wow. Did he just not know I was there? Does he still not know I'm there? What? Oh, 2 off. Oh, it's JDM, one of them. Rip.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. Car right. Clear on the right.
Bloody hell. Absolute chaos, this. Proving my point. Guy behind me is quicker.
70 fastest lap in session.
I'm not gonna make it difficult for him, I think. Damn, I hooked that up well though. Holy moly, gained half a second. So this is where the pace started to come good in the race. Obviously, you know, when I go into these races with 15 minutes of practice, there's still a lot of improvement to be made. And yeah, the moment I said, okay, I'm not going to make it difficult for this guy, I suddenly pick up the pace. Now, he does eventually get past me because I'm not very practiced around the last part of the lap, around the hairpins and the chicane. Last time I did this track, I did the shorter version with touring cars. So yeah, he does eventually get me, but certainly my idea at this point was to, when he does pass me, I'll follow him because he is obviously a lot quicker, and try to improve my pace as well. And that's exactly what happens. I didn't need better pace to gain a position there, but yeah, gain one, lose one in close proximity, and then it's a case of sort of following into the night and into the darkness and seeing if I can pick up any more places. But already to go from 20th to, you know, where I am, it's a good result already. So to get back to what I was saying, my history with iRacing so far has been a few full seasons here and there, punctuated by long breaks where I dabble with other cars. I did a full season in the MX-5s initially, and then I moved to touring cars, becoming the Division 4 champion then. I did a full season in the MX-5s initially, then moved to touring cars, becoming Division 4 champion that time. Then in my last full season, I battled to become Division 5 champion in the Toyota GR86, which you would have seen in the last video. Stepping up to the GT4 category kind of felt like a natural progression to the progression that I've been making so far and what I've been doing. And now I'm in a bit of an early learning phase. I think by the end of the Toyota season, I was probably driving as best as I ever have done. I'd really learned some of the nuances of the car, and I was driving really well. But now that it all resets, if you like, because I'm suddenly in a brand new car that I've got to learn again. And that's the beauty of iRacing. You can keep switching and go to something new and have a new challenge. But the GT4 does open up more potential races to do, endurance races, multi-class races, whereas the Toyota isn't used as much. Obviously GT3s would be the next step and they're used even more, but at the minute I think GT4s is a good place for me to be and a good place to start learning. Now, I can't commit to a full season at the moment anyway, because obviously just time constraints with having baby 1322, so I'm entering races when I can, like this one, just to keep my hand in and gradually learn the new car over time. And then when I feel like I can, I'll start doing a full season like I've done with touring cars, like I did with the Toyotas last time out, and see how I do across the racing week in, week out with the same car in the same series. So yeah, I'll leave you with the rest of this race as it played out. There's also a second race that I did, which was a multi-class race. I was a lot quicker by then as well. I'd sort of improved my lap times by a good 2 to 2.5 seconds by that point. So it does show the progression that I usually experience when it comes to doing these races. It was still there, and it still applies to even a new car. It's just going to mean that I can't sort of jump in straight away like I could with the Toyota and get on the pace quite quickly. It's going to take a little bit more time than it normally would. But yeah, I'll put in a few very quick highlights of the second race as well, because not as much happened in that one. But yeah, I'm still over 2,000 iRating, which is quite surprising. But I don't expect that to last for the remainder of for a while at least, because when you go to a new car, you inevitably get a little bit slower and have to readjust a little bit. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, also show you, the race that I did here, because I thought it was quite an interesting one, especially those first few laps and gaining all those places. And yeah, then I'll see you in the next iRacing video whenever I do one. Like I said, I'm just gonna do the odd race here and there when I can to keep my hand in, and if there's an interesting race and we have some good racing happening like this one, I'll put it up to YouTube. But otherwise it'll be whenever I start that full season, and you'll see everything. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the iRacing content still, and I'll see you next time. Rip. I'll take it.
flag. Stay smooth.
Tit, trying to flash his lights. Trying to put me off.
Checkered flag.
I'm glad it didn't work. That was a good race.
Nice run.
20th to 7th. That's not a bad return, that, like. The pace came good through the race. Considering my best lap was a 36.9. And then I've improved it by basically 2 seconds in the race. This one behind me, I don't know how he didn't crash into me on this first corner. I remember now. Let me see this from outside. Holy cow! It's a good job I noticed he was there. And then he almost hits me again in the next corner, I think. He got it stopped, to be fair. Like, I was probably a bit early on the brakes, but it was the first lap of a GT4 race with cold tyres, and I'd had 15 minutes of practice. Like, what else was I going to do? What could possibly... Really? Really? Why did he do that? I have 14x. I'm not surprised. He just went into the back of him. Whee! Decent little return that though, from 15 minutes of practice and qualifying in 20th to finishing 7th. I can't be disappointed at that in my early GT4 journey.
Green, green, green.
Difficult finding a way past. I'm definitely faster. Get out of the way!
Car on your left. Clear. Car on your left. Clear. Car on your left. Clear.
Did it. better. Let's go.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Ah, here they come. Here come the dentists.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Wow. That's one way to put yourself out of the lead of the race. Alright, here they come. He's gonna go up the inside, isn't he?
Car right.
Damn, I couldn't capitalise.
Clear.
Should have been able to capitalise on the LMP3. LMP3's coming past twice now. And I've just messed it up a little bit. I'm better around most of the lap than the two in front, but I lose it all in the final sector. Just messed that one up though.
Left side. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear.
He's gone. He's either been tagged by the LMP3 or he's gone himself, but he's gone. Well, at least I went forward. I didn't have that pace in that final sector, certainly in the final sector. So I qualified 15th and finished 8th. But that's with LMP3s involved. I don't know where I actually... Did I qualify 7th in class? And finished 4th? So at least I went forward, but I definitely didn't have the pace of the top two. Managed to get a 34 though for the first time. Well, I've done 2 races and gained iRating in both, so I can't complain too much, I suppose. To be fair, these guys aren't rated that low. I'm rated probably too high for my experience in GT4s. Yeah, that top split was stacked. Lots of 33s. Yeah, everybody basically over 2,000 iRating in this top split. No wonder I wasn't in it. We had 2.1 iRating for the first time. When I start regularly doing GT4s, like a full season like I did with the Toyotas, that's probably going to come down a bit first before it goes back up again, hopefully, as I learn the car more. I was quicker on best lap than third place, but didn't have the consistency. So in 2 years, 2027 GT4 season, well, we'll see, whenever I get the time. I do want to do a full season of GT4s like I did with the Toyotas, like I did with the touring cars, but at the moment I'm just doing a couple of races to learn the car when I can.